Emotions are one of the most powerful forms of energy in this so-called matrix, right? That's the reason why the matrix will often try to feed on your emotions by getting you to react to certain things, whether it's some shit like road rage or like shit. I'm speaking for myself right there. Like fucking road rage. Like sometimes I just be seeing shit on Twitter that just be pissing me the fuck off on my timeline. So shit like that is literally designed because, like I said, energy, emotions, energy in motion is an extremely powerful thing for the matrix to feed on. And now, when I think about emotions, I also think about 11 life paths. So I think about people like Michael Jordan. I think about people like Kobe Bryant. I look at people with 11 energy, like Michael Jackson, who was, recently, in headlines and shit because of his movie, highest rated biopic of all time. Like Michael Jackson had extreme, like, bro, like, I don't even know the full story, but like just from my understanding of his situation growing up with his father, that was not a very good situation for him, I feel like. And the thing is, when we look at it from a from an astrology perspective, Michael Jackson was born in the year of the dog. His father was born in the year of the dragon. So we have an enemy sign dynamic at play here with the father and son, which is also present, I believe, with David Goggins as well. And I think when we see that dynamic at play, it is not, I guess not unfortunately, but like it is literally divine weaving. I've always, not always, but just up to recently, this was something that like that you select your parents, and that for me was, even with my understanding of numerology and astrology, like for me to kind of understand that energetically, esoterically, metaphor, all the icklies, you know what I'm saying, really is like resonating with me because when I sat down and looked at it, I'm like, yeah, 100%. You know, I can see why, I would need my mom, who's a loose tiger, doing her thing, and where she wasn't as strict on me, where my dad is the strict ox, and I just find that dynamic just very funny because for my energy, it's like, that's exactly what I needed. And it's just very, you know, interesting going back to Michael Jackson because without his father being the way he was, do you think he would be able to experience fucking, right? My hair, my fro, bro. Do you think he'd be able to experience the heights that he achieved had it not been for such a polarizing figure? You know what I'm saying? And I wish I can depict in my head how I'm feeling, how I'm like understanding the energy polarity behind it because it's literally poles. You know what I'm saying? The dog and the dragon are literally the same pole. You get what I'm saying? So it's just very interesting to see, especially when you have the 11 energy, because the thing is, as an 11 life path, even if you have 11 energy, your ability to transmute that energy is going to be greater than pretty much all the other life paths, just because it's that is your literal thing. Emotions in check, visionary, like you guys are on a different level when it comes to that. Even I told my little cousin, like, and it's funny because I like when I talk about numerology and astrology, because I try to have specific scenarios, because for some people, like when I talk about it with my cousin, for example, it's my cousin and his girlfriend. We're driving in a car. He's driving me up from our other cousin's house, right? And I'm telling him, like, somehow, some way, this type of conversation pops up, and I tell him, like Brandon, like my cousin, he bowls now, and I'm like, this is really good for him because it's a sport where he can focus and direct his energy, and if he keeps his emotion and stays consistent, like he's just always going to succeed. He's literally picked it up a few years ago, and his team is number one in his entire league, and this is like the second year in a row he's doing that. So, and I'm like, the thing is with Brandon, you'll see he's an 11 life path. his play is going to be extremely predicated on his emotions. And yeah, you can say that, yeah, it's for everybody, blah 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 blah. But like I said, for an 11 life path, this is like it's at a different energetic level. And he was like, yeah, that's 100% true because even when he used to play baseball, as soon as you see him drop his head, you know he was done. And I'm like, you get that confirmation there, and people pick up on those connections. Like my cousin, 7 life path, automatically knew. So, and I was telling him like, you guys literally are a soulmate combination. My cousin's a 7 life path. His brother is an 11 life path. One's a snake, one's a rooster. I'm like, you guys have perfect compatibility. So I go all this to say it's very vital that you choose what you react to and you understand why you choose to react to it, and don't give and feed into the matrix and all its traps and shit, because like I said, bro, road rage, sometimes the Twitter feed be pissing me off too. I'll be seeing some bullshit takes and I'm like, I want to snap this fucking phone in half just because like I want to punch somebody through the screen. But